Hello everybody, welcome to Fallout 4 Automatron. So, I didn't really expect to... Oh, hey man, where'd you come from? I didn't really expect to make a video in this add-on, but kind of in the middle of some homework that is absolutely brutal. It's about as fun as sticking barbed wire up your dick hole, so figured I would make this as a way to get away from that for a while and hopefully make some people informed about this newest and first DLC for Fallout 4. So this is going to have heavy spoilers in it. I've actually completed it. I completed it in one session. My fucking frames are killing me right now. I don't know why. So if you don't know anything about this DLC and don't want to know, then I advise you exit out of the video promptly. Going to be getting into the spoilers of the quest and mechanics and all that stuff. So without further ado, let's hop in. So Automatron basically is a $10 add-on for Fallout 4, and it really revolves around this mechanic right here, where you can build and upgrade robots. So you encounter Ada in the wild, dude, because you you are let's do him. Jesus Christ. Okay, so Ada you find in the wild. She kind of begins the whole Automatron quest line. But the real meat of this is creating your own robot, which is super interesting to me. So as you see here, I've got Great Bait Mate, and I've created him to be a kind of a Century hybrid thing. But you can make about any type of robot in this. It's in the Fallout universe. See, you've got like different legs. You got the Mr. Handy thruster, the Protecton legs, the Assaultron legs, Robo Brain legs, and Sentry legs. So, shut up, Ada. Jesus Christ. But pretty much any robot that you've seen in Fallout, you can build some type of variation of it and mix and match parts, which is really cool. So, Ada starts off a little bit different configuration. I've upgraded her to have some different parts, different weapons, be more powerful, be able to carry more of my shit for me. Him I just built, and I haven't really combat tested him, so I think we'll do that in this video. And just for show purposes, I'm going to, I don't want to mess with her, she's kind of a bitch. I'm going to build a new Automatron. I don't know, okay, so I'm actually lacking materials for it. So we'll actually have to go out and hunt for some stuff. So he's following me currently. Let's go out and we'll do a mission. So, I don't like followers in this game. I feel like they hinder me more than help. I got the Loner Wasteland perk, or whatever that's called, that gets you to be more powerful if you're on your own, because that's generally my play style. But I have found that I've really enjoyed having the robots be travelers with me, because not only are they really good with carrying extra shit, they're decently voice acted, and I just enjoy having them around. So as someone who doesn't like followers, I was pleasantly surprised about just how useful the robots were to me. There's a new enemy type. Probably won't be running into a whole bunch of those, but if we do, I've not actually seen that particular armor type. This expansion has added a few little items here and there besides just robots and stuff. You can get armor that looks like it's made out of robots. You got a couple robot weapons like a Mr. Handy grind tool type thing. A couple of different cool stuff like that, but it's mainly centered around robots. So here we got Great Bait Mate following me around. We're currently on a mission that is sent by a certain important character in the expansion that I'll get to in a moment. And basically, we're out to hunt rogue robots, and the main reason I want to do this right now is so I can get some more parts for a new robot, because they are very, very resource expensive. And as you see, I've built 2 really good bots, and I want to build another one. So even though I've had so much shit lying around, I'm going to have to go back and scavenge everything. Fortunately, in the time that it takes to complete the first little part of the main story that is, what the hell is that? Dando. Is that a robot? I bet it is. I've not done this before. This is completely fresh. But in that first little part that gets you completed with the story part of the add-on, oh, they're dogs. What the hell? They put you in a lot of environments where you can get plenty of junk, and you're always being followed by a robot companion. So it's really not a big deal to get enough for a couple decent robots, but I have a feeling after that it's going to be a lot of you know, just exploring the wasteland, grinding, that sort of thing, which is not a huge deal. This must be a new part up here. So it looks like got a couple. Oh, there's Dando. I really don't know who this guy is. Blew his fucking head off, though. I would like to point out my frame rate is usually never this bad. Like, I can see it drop below 60. I'm running a GTX 980 Ti maxed out on 1080p, so I don't know why it would be dropping. I guess it's not as... Shadow play is not as nice. Yeah, look at that. Holy shit, getting stutter and everything. So this is not indicative of how it usually runs. So here's one of the types of bots. You got an integrated junk bot here. You see just kind of a Protectron just kind of thrown together. Here's some of the big boys. These guys can be challenging if you're playing on harder difficulties. I usually play on hard, and I switch the difficulty back to easy because some of these guys were ridiculous. But it's doable, but just like I wasn't having fun, so I wanted to switch. Boosh. Now, as you can see, your follower robots can actually go out of commission, and you can pick up your own repair kits off of these dead robots to fix them if you want them back in action, as if you were putting a... see, watch this. As if you were using a stim pack on, you know, a regular human follower. So, that's a pretty cool part of combat. I hope to upgrade him further to where he could take more damage and whatnot. Okay, see what he has on him. So, you know, you get your usual loot sometimes, but what they usually drop, and what's really nice, is all these mods that you can put robots on. So here's like a left-hand lightning gun. You can create these from scratch, which is nice, but usually it's pretty cost-prohibitive with the amount of circuitry, screws, all the rare stuff that you need. So I'm going to take that circuit board, and sometimes they, look at this, you know, pretty decent legendary drop, so that's pretty cool. Like I said, that's the first Automatron left arm. See, there's another mod. This is really the first Radiant quest I've done of this expansion, so I really don't know if the difficulty of these get any, you know, higher or whatnot. But that's pretty much the end game of this, as far as I can tell, is just build more robots, do what, you know, it's create your own adventure type of thing. Let me take care of this guy. Oh, see, we got another junk bot over here. Legendary at that. I don't know how often these guys pop up, or if, you know, they're kind of base enemies now that are going to spawn all over the Commonwealth. That's not a bad thing to me. If they do, they're at least different and fun to fight. So, they're certainly the, like, primary enemy. Holy shit. What? I don't even know how that happened. Good old body physics. Oh my lord, that is a problem. If you enjoy, oh my god, these guys can be assholes as well. If you're a user of power armor, and I'm using my very lowly T45 power armor right now just for the lulz, but if you're a user of power armor, you can definitely get absolutely destroyed by these robots, because a lot of them do blow up and they'll, you know, destroy cars and stuff. So there's another expense that you'll have to incur with repairing your armor. So I guess we're going to go turn this Radiant quest in. I suppose we can just... Nope, we don't actually need to turn it in. We just need to renew it, I guess, if we want to do more of them. So we'll go to the quest giver, if I could find the shit. Alright, here it is. Here's where we're going to get into real spoiler territory. So, before you can do this Radiant quest, before you get all this badass stuff, you have to go through what is about a 2.5 to 3 hour little quest line. It was pretty fun and pretty enjoyable, but basically you have to conquer the Mechanist one way or another. The Mechanist is the one who's unleashed all these robots, and I would like to leave more mystery about it in this review, but unfortunately we're about to talk to them. And in this case, they are is a she. You'll be able to meet her right here. So I won't give too many story details. She's not a bad guy, but it makes it appear that she is a bad guy at first. So we can go to her and probably get more quest line type stuff to do if I can find her in here. You could choose to spare her or kill her. This is kind of her lair you have to come down through and fight through. This was an enjoyable part. I really did like coming down through the main part and oh cool, level up for absolutely no reason. It felt very, what the hell? Body physics are not treating me well today. It did feel more reminiscent of like some of the Fallout 3 quote-unquote dungeons you'd have to go through, and I had a really good time with all of those. On top of the fact that you were being followed by a robot the entire time of your choosing was just a lot of fun. So let's see if we can find her anywhere, and we'll get on with it. Alright, let's wake the bitch up. So this is the Mechanist. May not look like much because she is supposed to be wearing this suit, but once you defeat her, she gives it to you in a
I mean, I am. I'll locate it.
Okay, good. Let's
Yes, please.
Let me see what I can pick up. Damn, this signal's too strong for a single bot.
So basically, this, as far as I can tell, this is the end game once you beat the main quest. The gist of it is she doesn't think she's doing bad. She had no idea the bots were being assholes, yada yada. But I bought pads. I don't know what that is, so that's cool. We'll have to check that out at our main workshop. And she just wants to do good and was so oblivious to the fact that her own bots were killing people, and she thought that you're the bad guy all along. But if you choose this side, you basically get to keep her around, and she'll do the work of tracking robots for you. And it's my understanding that if you kill her, the other robot, Ada, will do it for you. So that's really the end game with her. We're going to go back to the base, and if I can get the fuck out of here, to my main base, and we're going to change out some stuff, and hopefully we have enough to begin creating another robot, or at least I can show you some modification. In the meantime, interacting with the robots about the same. You can give them different voices and stuff. I gave him kind of a, you know, classic, I think, processed male voice is what it is, but but they'll say, you know, good old funny 50s, you know, 1950s to 60s classic robot sounding stuff. The best thing for them is, you know, giving them all your junk is basically what I do, and carry mods. And then at the end, I'll just take it back from them. So, I don't, oh, you can get up, he's giving it hell, I'll give him that. But, of course, you can customize your robot to do pretty much anything, or your robots you can have. I'm probably going to attempt to create different types. One that'll be kind of the run and gun fast one that'll be a longer range version, one that'll be a melee tank, and I'll, of course, prioritize armor and the ability to carry more stuff between them. So here's a really ridiculous, I don't even know what that is. I guess this is all primal, and you can put a skull head and whatnot. But the creations can be extremely personalized and really cool. I'm actually really impressed with the level of customizations you can do to this, and we'll show that shortly. Alright, I got the power armor all repaired up here. We got Great Bait Mate in the background just watching us. I'll show you the cool little Mechanist armor you get for beating the expansion. So here it is. It's a little ridiculous. It's pretty cool. It's very reminiscent of the 1950s, 1960s, you know, spaceman, ridiculous stuff. It's really cool. I think you can't like stack it on anything. You know, this is basically what you have. I keep going to the damn workshop mode. This is pretty much it. You also get a couple of neat little weapons you can get throughout the expansion. So see if I can find if I have any of them on me. I think I might have put them all up. Yeah, let's drop off some stuff and I'll show you that as well. So here's one of the newer weapons. This is a Mr. Handy Buzzsaw. I think you picked this up on one of the story quests. I've not used it personally, but or at least actually in combat, I've spun it up. It's pretty cool. It's basically like a weed eater with a saw attached to the end of it. I've picked up quite a few other, you know, legendary weapons from drops from those ridiculous legendary robots and stuff, but this when I picked this up, I thought this was a mod for robots. This is actually a weapon. So this is a salvage Assaultron head. I'm going to pick that up and show you guys what that does, because it's pretty cool. And last but not least, probably the crown jewel of the new weapons, is the Tesla rifle you also pick up on the way. This fires a electrical arc that goes between targets. So I don't know what the max is, but I've had an arc between like 4 or 5 people, and this isn't even like, you know, upgraded or anything. There's some pretty cool upgrades. We'll take it over to the workbench, that way you guys can see just how many upgrades and stuff you can do to it. So you can put quite a few mods on here. You got a automatic barrel, a charging barrel, which is like a hold the fire type thing that'll really, really increase the damage if you hold it down long enough. I'm sure it probably eats up more cells. You got a shotgun barrel, lob barrel. You can probably make this into a type of cannon. I'm going to experiment with those later on. And of course you can get like a little reflex sight. But so this is a pretty cool weapon. I've used it quite a bit. Unfortunately, you can't upgrade the Assaultron head, but I'll demo those right here for you. So here's the Tesla rifle. Basic sights, nothing really special, but does shoot electricity, which is cool, and we can use it. What the fuck are you doing, Jezebel? And we can play with that in the wild here in a little bit. And for the salvage Assaultron head, yeah, you literally hold a damn head. The cool part about this is to shoot it, like you see I have no ammo. What you do, you press X to load, and these are, you know, the same type of ammo you would use on a laser rifle. The more you charge up, the stronger the shot. You see, standing that close, I got 50 rads from it. This thing is pretty ridiculous. I think that even if you're not wearing power armor, this is going to happen regardless, like no matter what you do. So this is a very like specialized weapon that you should only use if you're prepared for it, but it's pretty damn cool nonetheless. Alright, so let's get to what everyone wants to do in this DLC and build a new robot. Show you the process from start to finish. I think I've dumped everything. Yes. Alright. So we can go back here. We can modify stuff. Ada is the one, like I said, you pick up at the beginning. I have quite a few things on her, basically to increase armor, increase carrying capacity, do a little bit more damage. Let's build something completely different. I think I'm going to take Jezebel's... What I'm going to do is I'm going to strip this robot, since I don't actually use her, and we'll go from there. Alright, well, apparently I'm lacking on components, so what we're going to do, we're just going to upgrade Great Bait Mate. So, I've already got him as a base. I should have enough mods that I can make him completely new, though, if I wanted to. So, let's... special mods, this is pretty much all for campaign stuff, or for the story part of it, not really needed. So, you can go between pretty much every different type of head. Protectron, Assaultron, Sentry... I don't know what the factory difference is. I think it just adds a little bit different armor stuff there. Robo Brain and this head laser thing I've not been able to build. I don't have the robotics expert, but I do have a spare perk. So let me... Oh my god. Little glitchy this is. Let me go into that. Alright, so I got that going. All these heads are... pretty funny, so you can put a bunch of different like skulls, spikes, what is that? Like, I've not even seen half of these. So that's like a bull skull, carnage, that looks like some type of dragon type thing. I mean, there's some ridiculous looking stuff. I have this, you know, horned skull looking thing, a damn cat head, space monkey, you know, just, you can make some ridiculous looking robots on here, so we're gonna stick with that. It doesn't really matter what... God, will you shut up, Ada? But here's your different torsos. I have a Sentry frame, so I figured it would make sense to have the Sentry torso. Got a lot of, you know, armor and stuff associated with that. This is for increasing carrying capacity. I think that's like your best armor, really, is the voltaic and hydraulic is some of the best ones, at least. What I don't have equipped yet is a shoulder launcher on this thing, and I think we're going to do that right now. Cluster bombs, freezing gas, mini nukes. May break when used, unstable. I would love to have that, but I think we're just going to do a left shoulder launcher because that is really ridiculous if I have to, you know, fix it just because of a damn mini nuke. So now we have a left shoulder launcher, which is fucking awesome. We can also do a right shoulder launcher. I don't really want to do the same thing, but if it doesn't need mini nukes, let's just stick with one for now. We'll see how that treats us, and we may add more. A boatload of misc mods, so you can make these things, you know, hack computers for you, unlock chests and stuff for you. I don't know exactly how far they go, but I would imagine that it's at least to the level that you're at when you build them. So that should be pretty useful. Let's see. Damage resistance of nearby allies. That is really cool. Let's do some recon sensor right there. That sounds good to me. The arm mixing and matching can be really fun. So I have a robo brain on this. Like, you can put whatever you want. You put whatever you want on any of this. If you can't tell, carry weight and health increases quite a bit with that. So, and like I said, if you're not using these, these mods will be stored into your you know, workstation and stuff anyway. So it's not like you're getting rid of them. I've not tried out all the voices. I love the male process voice. The Sentry voice you've probably heard. It's, you know, the really menacing one. The dark beeps and stuff are pretty damn hilarious. I really like those. And paint, I wish there was a little bit more customization on here, but it's not that big of a deal considering just how badass everything else is. Let's see, what does the black look like? Dark gray. I like that pretty well. I think we're going to stick with the red, though, just because it's so so ridiculous and menacing. Here's my favorite one out of all of them. So you can make anything into a Mr. Handy if you wanted to, like completely levitating and stuff. It's absolutely crazy. Definitely the Sentry's my favorite for as far as just huge robot goes. So he's the tank is my build for him. So I think I'm happy with him for now. Let's see if there's a god damn man. Ridiculous. Let's see what Ada has for us. So I've got her pretty much the way I want her, I think. Voltaic frame there. I don't know if I have any armor here. Doesn't look like it. We'll put some of that on. I can spare it. I don't think I'm going to build a brand new robot for some time looking like it. So I just learned something. You can press left bumper to do different cameras. I don't pay attention to the bottom. Jesus, I don't know what Great Bates is doing over here. But you can modify. Let's modify him. That way we could see his damn his face a little better. Yeah, that is something. All right, now we can check out all the all the helmets in closer detail. I quite like that. I think I like the other skull a little bit better, but I quite like that. Reaper's helm's pretty great. Unstable may break when used. That's too bad. I don't want this to be unstable whatsoever. So let's put something that is stable. I like the Crusher quite a bit. Let's do Crusher. So all that rest of that stuff got added. It looks like he is ready to move with us. So let's go hunt some more robots, and she is just ready to go, man. Let's go hunt some more robots, and I'll say some final words about the expansion and whatnot, and whether I recommend it or not. Let's go see if we can't find some robots. So this DLC costs $10 for people who did not buy the season pass like I did, which is unless you're willing to take a risk on a product like I am with a season pass, the season pass is not a smart investment. It's just that simple. So I bought it because I knew I would be buying all the DLC anyway to play, because I just wanted to see how they were. But for someone who's worried about getting bang for their buck, it's not a good investment whatsoever. So I don't recommend it. Let people like me and other people that review stuff buy it, and we'll tell you whether or not to get it or not. Is it worth $10 if you do buy it $10 worth? You know, if you buy it $10 outright. Let's see if I can. Ooh, I can hack them. Oh, this I've never done. This is interesting. Shut down units. See if it worked. Believe it did. Interesting. And you can still kill it. Alright. See, I'm learning a bit. Like I said, this is only the first few times I've done it, so I'm learning a bit every day about it. Let's just go patrolling with the Commonwealth with him, seeing as how he is just ready to kick some ass. Is it worth $10 if you did not already buy the season pass? As far as a enjoyment per hour or time played, no, it is not worth $10. Although I think it's not worth $5. Like, I think it's worth too much to be only $5. Kind of falls in this funny little in-between value. You know, like Skyrim, what was it called? Hearthfire, the one that where you could build houses and stuff. That was a good $5 DLC to me. It didn't add hardly anything in gameplay, but it did give someone something to do like me, who had like a ridiculous amount of cash, that wanted to display all their goodies, make new homes, whatnot. I maxed out like 3 homes. I had different settings for different builds and stuff. Cricket, what the hell? Oh, we're outside Diamond City. Didn't realize that. So that part was cool. We got some trouble over here. And was worth $5 to me. I put a lot of time into it. Not necessarily enjoyment, but it was something to do for my high rank character. It gave me, a reason to spend, that's cool, spend all that ridiculous amount of gold I had. And I kind of view this as the same way. If you're like someone like me pretty much in-game, who's played every ending, who's done everything there is to do, explored the entire map, and pretty much if you want to keep playing this game, all you're doing is hunting legendaries, now you actually have a reason to hunt for that loot that you probably weren't picking up a whole lot of anymore. Now you have a reason to spend that. You can build new robots, all that good stuff. So in that kind of sort of value proposition, you're going to get more money out of it than what you're just getting out of the DLC, because it'll allow you to experience more of the game. So it's kind of like a weird entry point to experience the game more. I don't know a better way to put it. Don't buy it for the story whatsoever. There's hardly one. Like, it's very rudimentary. It's nothing more than a shoehorn to get you started. Kind of a basic kind of path to set you on to actually be able to make sense to where you're building robots, and it just sets the stage more or less to be able to do the shit you're doing. Otherwise, they would have basically just thrown it in and been like, hey, here you now magically have the ability to build robots. And that was kind of the way it happened in Skyrim with the houses. Although the houses were, it did have somewhat of a setup, but it was pretty poor. It was, hey, you can now, we got, land if you want it. So there you go. So this has a bit more of a proper setup, but barely one. It took me 2.5 to 3 hours to beat it, and I wasn't rushing through. I didn't make it a point to finish that quickly. I just went at it on normal difficulty and completed it very quickly. I completed it in, one session, one night, and I didn't plan to whatsoever. And I was kind of surprised by that, but I could very much see someone putting in a lot more time into this if you just want to play with the robots and have, a different experience with them. It's certainly not just limited to that story. But moral of the story is, don't play it for, don't expect a stellar story or anything. It does have some, decent moments. You do explore what I feel are some pretty damn cool dungeons that feel more Fallout-y to me than most of the locales in this game have. Which, to be fair, isn't, saying a whole lot, considering this was like the most dumbed down vanilla experience out of all the Fallouts, arguably. But I did enjoy them, but don't pay money expecting a good narrative. Pay money if you want to experience this new type of gameplay. That's really all I'm saying. And I still don't think it's worth $10 on its own, and there's no rush in getting this one in particular. That's really the main thing. If there was one to get, if you was like, oh, I have to have the new Fallout DLC right now, this isn't it, I would think that maybe the later expansions would be, like the one that would, it's going to add a whole new playable area, kind of like Point Lookout did for Fallout 3. So if you're waiting for all the DLC to come out, I think that's a smart move. Like, just wait for them all, and because you're not going to be missing a whole lot on an old character. I feel like all these things are manageable size enough, especially if you don't count the very last one, that you could just take all of this in at one time. Because I think they're going to be adding a new like overhaul to the settlement system, all that stuff. So I think between this DLC and the upcoming smaller sized ones, that it's completely fine. You'll be able to digest it all. And I don't know why this bitch does nothing but sleep. Yeah, get your ass up. I'm really disappointed. She has a voice, a very distinct voice through this helmet when she wears it. I'm disappointed it doesn't do the same thing. There's some pretty good dialogue in the story and stuff, so that's pretty good.
I can check on that for you.
Yes, please.
Let's see here.
Alright, let's go get them. I can say one thing, this is definitely more enjoyable than doing fucking Preston Garvey's. Oh, we gotta save the same settlement that you just, saved like 10 minutes ago. So my final verdict on this DLC is that it's alright. It's not a exactly grand way to start out Fallout 4 expansion to me. I feel like compared to Fallout 3 that started off with Operation Anchorage, which I thought was a pretty damn solid experience. Damn, look at that texture fucking lack of popping. Even though it was just one set story that took a few hours to complete and you got some items and stuff to carry over into the rest of the world, I feel like that was a much more strong beginning than this. I would, if you're interested in playing this sometime, but you can wait, I would wait on it to go on sale for $5 or less. I bet it would go on sale for like $2.50 within, a year. Especially if you haven't already bought the season pass or anything. For season pass owners like me that bought it when it was $30, I don't know exactly how much of a discount that's going to be when you add everything up, but it's my understanding that Bethesda either already has raised the price or they want to raise the price of the season pass, which is super shitty. Like, I've never heard of a damn company raise a DLC, the price of their content after it's released. That's absolutely ridiculous to me. But so if you've already got it, then might as well hop on it and check it out now. But other than that, I say wait until there's some more substance, and this 3 to 5 hours of enjoyment you're going to get out of it is going to be a lot more than that. I know what this is, and I've not used it, so we're gonna we're gonna have some fun with it. Oh, we made a boom. Good thing I wasn't standing next to it. So, oh god, this is what I was talking about with exploding cars. Gotta get out of there. Alrighty. So, yeah, it's not an expansion whatsoever. This is merely a little add-on. It's not like as bad as horse armor or anything, but it's no... really, there was only one robot. But it's definitely no Dragonborn. It's no, Shivering Isle or anything like that. So it's decent. You get a couple new factions to play against. You get a couple new locations to explore. You get, speaking of factions, here's the Rust Devils. They usually accompany robots. You can get their armor, wear robot armor, which is pretty cool. You get a few new weapons to play with, all that good stuff. But worth $10? Probably not. And for those of us who've already bought the season pass and are just gambling, I'd say this is not the best indicator for the future, but we just hope that it improves later on. So yeah, that's about all I have to say about Automatron. It'll keep me probably occupied for another hour or two, and then I'm going to take another break from the game until Survival comes out. I can say this, though, that I would love to implement the robot followers as a strategy in actual survival mode when the game becomes a lot more difficult. And having a follower, I think, would be a really solid plan to combat the increase in difficulty. So if I could start, gathering a lot of loot and that kind of thing early on, I think that would be a great thing to do. Come on. What the hell are you doing, man? Robots are weird, dude. Good, because you're taking all my shit. I wish there was a, put all junk in there command. So I look forward to the possibilities of the robot companions in survival mode when, you have to gather food and water to even live, and you have to worry about all those other things. Whereas right now, for my build and stuff, I just really don't need a follower, but it's kind of nice to have one now just for fun, since he carry my shit and he's not annoying and you ain't gonna have to worry about relationships and shit. So, yeah, there's potential in it, even more so than, I feel like on a new character more so than a, old build like mine. The story is and it isn't really, part of the main reason you should get it anyway. New weapons are kind of fun to play with. I think I'm going to go upgrade this thing here soon and see what else I can do. But overall, it's a nice, distraction. It'll get you a few sessions through. So, yeah, if you're interested, it is $10 on PlayStation Store, Xbox Live, and Steam. You've been watching the PC version, 1080p 60 on Steam, and yeah, you go pick it up if you absolutely would love to have some mechanized warriors fighting by your side. You want to wear some ridiculous looking 1920s costume, but oh, fucking ghouls. I'll wreck their ass with this thing. That's it's alright. Hopefully we'll get better in the future, and what I really want's damn mod tools from Bethesda. Like, hurry up, guys, release that so I can, use the I want, like, different weapon models and that kind of shit. That's really what I'm interested in this game, for the potential of this game. So, yeah, hope some of you found this review, random gameplays / live talking over shit, helpful in some way. I know I generally find these types of, showing off the game live more useful than some, footage that was pre-captured and put together, and because a lot of the times you're showing off the best parts of the game there, and it doesn't really do it justice. So thought especially for something this small, I would do it this way. Holy shit, you want to hit him, and hopefully you guys would get more value out of it that way. So yeah, that's it. Usually don't do Fallout stuff, but I figured for this I'd make an exception. I don't know why my character randomly stands still in this sometimes, but that is Automatron. Go pick it up if you want. Otherwise, if I were you, I would wait. Wait for more substantial content, and you can, you'll have a blast when it all comes out, I have a feeling, and hopefully it, meshes pretty well together. But until then, me and my robot comrades will go scour the wasteland for more junk to haul off and hopefully make some decent use out of. So thanks for joining me, and maybe we'll see you in the next expansion whenever it comes out, sometimes next month, or at least it's supposed to. Bye bye.